There's this dude named Phil, yeah, he sits alone, gaming all day with a bitter tone. Chat keeps roasting, but he just complains. That's not how you play, echoing his refrains. Blame the lag, blame the stream, blame the trolls in his feed. Never looking in the mirror at his own selfish greed. Years keep passing, but he stays the same, pointing fingers while he plays his games. Why you always mad, Phil? Why you always mad? Why you always sad, Phil? Tell me why you're sad. You see the pattern that you're running. Why you always mad, Phil? Mad, mad, mad. La 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 la. Why you always mad? At fighting games, failed at RPGs, blaming everyone but never kin his expertise. This is broken, this is bug. He screams into the void while his audience shrinks. Patience gets destroyed. Kids with better skills expose his weak facade, but his ego's way too big to give props or applause. Living in denial while the world moves on. Phil stuck in the past singing his sad song. Why you always mad, Phil? Why you always mad? Why you always sad, Phil? Tell me why you're sad. See the pattern that you're running. Why you always mad, Phil? Mad, mad, mad. La 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 la. Why you always mad, Phil? Maybe if he stopped and took a breath. Maybe if he owned up to the mess. But Phil just doubles down instead, living life inside his head. Let me paint the picture of this digital disaster. Phil thinks he's the teacher, but he ain't nobody's master. Sitting in his chair with that permanent scowl, throwing controller tantrums like a fussy little child. That's not fair, that's cheap, you didn't earn that win. Meanwhile, real gamers just laugh at his chagrin. Age keeps climbing, but maturity stays flat. 30, 40, 50, still acting like a brat. Donations drying up, cause nobody wants drama from a grown man acting like he needs his mama. Critics try to help, but he just gets defensive. Every piece of feedback makes him more offensive. Phil against the world is how he frames the story, but really it's just Phil blocking his own glory. Trapped inside a cycle of his own creation, wondering why he can't find any validation. The dark side calls to those who won't evolve. Phil's the perfect case of problems he won't solve. Why you always mad, Phil? Why you always mad? Why you always sad, Phil? Tell me why you're sad. Can't you see the pattern that you're running? Why you always mad, Phil? Mad, mad, mad. La la la. No, I love. La la la. Phil, Phil, Phil. Why you gotta be so mad?